Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our orientation video. In this video, as I mentioned, we will be covering Cengage Now and showing you kind of the ins and outs of Cengage Now and some wonderful resources that are available to you. When you log in, you will come to the assignments page, and it will default to assignments I can take now. Again, you will only be able to see one assignment at a time, because you'll have to complete that previous assignment with a 72.5 or better before you be able to move on to the next assignment. You will also see in your view a link called Assignments I Can Practice Now. In this link, I have created a practice set for every chapter that we're going to be covering this semester. These practice sets are there purely for your practice, so they are not graded. I do not review them, and it's a whole bunch of the end of chapter questions that you can take as many times as you want. You can check your work as many times as you want. The wonderful thing about these practice sets are they are algorithmic, which means that you can go in and only answer one question if you wanted. There's several questions in these practice sets. You do not have to take them all. But if there was one topic you really wanted to go in and practice, you could practice one or two questions that cover that topic, check your work, and then hit submit. And once you hit the submit button, you will see a link that says view assignment results. If you click on that, it will reopen the assignment for you. For the questions that you have answered, it will show you the answers you have put in. It will show you the correct answers, and it will give you some feedback regarding on how to arrive at the correct answers. When you go back to this link, Assignments I Can Practice Now, you can retake that same assignment. And when you retake it, all of the questions in that assignment, including the ones that you previously took, will repopulate with new numbers and information. So there's really an unlimited amount of practice that you can do with these practice sets. I've heard from students time and again that these are one of their favorite resources, and they really feel that it helps them prepare for the exam. So please take advantage of those. Those practice sets are available to you the first day of the semester to the last day of the semester, so they're always up and available for you to practice at any time. When you are actually in an assignment, you're going to see some resources that are available to you in there as well. Again, remember, there's two different types of assignments. There's lecture assignments and homework assignments, and I'm going to show you an example of each. So the first is a lecture assignment. Again, those are those short videos broken down by learning objective for each chapter. So in this one, it's what we call a Tell Me More video, or abbreviated TMM. So in this assignment, you're going to be watching videos for learning objectives 1, 2, and 3 in chapter 3. So to get to the video, you simply click on this link. You will watch the video, and then you'll come here and answer some questions. For the Tell Me More videos, you are allowed to check your work once per question. So, and again, question here is 2.1, second question's 2.2, third question's 2.3. Also, you'll notice here at the bottom, you have save and exit. You can save your progress on this assignment and exit the screen and come back and work on it later. And you can, of course, submit the assignment for grading. Please do not submit your assignment for grading until you have answered all of the questions. So, for example, after you've watched this first video and answered these first 3 questions, do not hit submit assignment for grading. You need to make sure you've done the other 2 before you actually submit it. The other button that you'll see here at the bottom, and this is available to you in your homework assignments as well, is Email Instructor. So if you were watching these videos, you were getting stuck on something, or you were in a homework assignment and having trouble, you don't have to even log out of Cengage Now and get into your email. You can simply just click on Email Instructor. And what this will do, it will give you an email box, and it will allow you to type me a question regarding that assignment. When it gets sent to me, it actually has taken a full screenshot of the question that you're working on, regardless of how long it is. So I can actually see what exactly you're looking at, what things you've already answered, and then I can get back to you. Also, please note that when I do respond to your email that you send through here, it's going to go back to whatever email address that you log into Cengage Now with. So if that's a personal email address, the only thing I'll caution you to is sometimes it will put my response in your spam folder. So if you haven't heard from me for about 24 hours, which is very unlikely, please make sure you check that junk or spam folder. Even for any CC accounts, sometimes it drops it in there, so just be aware of that. When you're talking about homework assignments, and again, homework assignments are going to be where you're actually applying some of the concepts that you've watched videos on and done some lecturing with. There are some resources at top here as you go through it. So for example, you have a link directly to the ebook. So if you're wondering how to cover this, if you click on this link, it's going to open up to the exact section of the textbook where that concept is covered. So you don't have to kind of search through anything. It's already going to be in there for you. You'll also see that there's a calculator in here. You can actually print this out. For several other ones, you'll also see a link to what we call a Show Me How video. And those Show Me How videos are videos that will walk you through a similar problem, that the one that you are working on, to kind of help you get through that problem as well. Over here under Study Tools, you will have a couple of options. So if you're using the ebook and just want to look through the ebook, you can click it on here. But if you really want to get some interactive study tools, click on what we call the Adaptive Study Plan option. So when that opens, you'll click on the chapter that you want to study. And when it opens, the first thing that you're going to see over here on the right-hand side are what we call chapter-wide resources. So this is kind of overview of the entire chapter. You have the ebook for chapter 3, flashcards for all the terminology and concepts in chapter 3. You can do a crossword puzzle. Quiz Bowl is like Jeopardy, so you can kind of quiz yourself before taking a quiz, for example. These experience accounting and animated activities, these are short videos that talk about the chapter. So for example, experience accounting, this is actually an actual company that uses cost behavior as a way of making decisions in their business. So it's showing you how the chapter is actually applied in real world situations. The animated activities are short animated videos that again kind of give you an overview of the entire chapter. Under resources, if you click on resources, you'll find things like Excel templates and PowerPoint presentations if you'd like to go through those on your own. If there is a certain learning objective where you're having some difficulty, if you click on that learning objective, you're going to find learning objective specific resources. So again, it will bring you to that exact learning objective in the ebook. These Tell Me More videos are the ones that are included in your lecture assignments. So if you want to rewatch them, you don't have to go back into the assignment. You can find them all here. The Show Me How videos are the ones that I was referencing before that are embedded automatically in several of your homework assignments. But again, if you were wanting to review a few of these before taking a quiz or a test, you can go in here and view these as well. You don't have to go back into your homework assignment. You can also take what we call an adaptive study plan quiz. So if you click on the quiz piece, you'll take a quiz. It's about 20 to 25 multiple choice questions. And at the end, it's going to give you a grade per learning objective so you can see how well you're doing. And for any question that you got wrong, you can see what the answer correctly should have been, what answer you put in, and some feedback on why that answer should have been correct. You can then see what we call a suggested study plan. So it's going to give you some items that they think that you should review or to complete before actually moving on. So anything that's grayed out, those dots that are grayed out, is something that they're suggesting that you do. Anything that's blue is something you've completed. Anything that has turned green is something that you have in fact passed. Up here as well, you'll see progress. So all of these bars are grayed out right now, but as I complete my study plan and start passing different learning objectives, these bars will turn green. You can then take another quiz after going through your suggested study plan to see how well you have improved in certain learning areas. You can take these quizzes an unlimited amount of time, just so that you're aware. The ebook is also another wonderful resource for those of you who are considering whether or not you want to buy the packaged textbook at the store or that you want to just have the ebook. It is a wonderful tool. There's a lot of things that you can do in the ebook. For example, anything that's underlined and highlighted, if you click on it, will give you the definition of. You can also highlight as well. So you can highlight something and choose what color you'd like it highlighted in. You can also take notes in the ebook by clicking Add a Note, and you can just say that it's important. And it's going to save that note directly for what it is referring to, so you can find your notes very easily. You can also have the textbook read to you. So again, you can click on right here, Read Text. And you can change over here whether you want it to be a fast, slow, or medium pace, if you want it to be a male or female voice. Also over here, you're going to find all the flashcards that have been created for this chapter. You can hide a card, flip the card, you can shuffle a deck, you can actually create your own card. And right here, you can find where all of your highlights and notes are. So anything that you've highlighted or made a sticky note to, you will find here. It will tell you the date that you created it. And if you click on this blue arrow, it will bring you to the exact page or section in the textbook where you can find that note or that highlight. There's also a dictionary in here. You can go back to the full book and you can do some searching as well. This homepage button will also get you to the table of contents. So if you click on, for example, Chapter 4, it will open up Chapter 4 for you. You can actually choose which section you want to go into, certain learning objectives that you'd like to get to, whatever the case may be, by simply clicking right here on Chapter Contents. And you will see all of the learning objectives broken down. You will see if you want to jump right to the exercises. It's one page, and you can print these out, by the way. You can have an entire page read out loud to you. You can increase the font size, and you can bookmark this page as well. There's a lot of wonderful resources available to you in Cengage Now, but they're only wonderful if you take advantage of them. So this class, like I had mentioned, is very different than what you did in Accounting 101 and 102. So the terminology is brand new. We're going to be talking about direct materials and direct labor and overhead and equivalent units and things like that. So really take advantage of these resources. And if you have any questions anytime throughout the semester, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I look forward to working with all of you this semester. And again, have this be a good, successful semester by making sure you stay on track.